Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the last leg of the Swimming World Cup. What shaped up to be one of the most exciting closers to the event we have ever seen in this event's history. My name is John Mason, and joining me is the amazing Natalie Hinds once again. And we're going to be guiding you through the action. And trust me when I tell you this, there was a lot of action. We had 7 world records. It was incredible, 22 crowns. But before we get into any of that, let's take a look at who took the men's program. So coming in first was Hubert for Hungary on 175.8. In second for the United States of America was Shaine Casas on 171.2. And third for the Netherlands, Caspar Corbeau on 171 points. An incredible men's program that we had here this year. Natalie, talk me through your thoughts on this. Let's just take an overview of these top 3.
I'm disgusted in the best way possible. Like, there was good swim after good swim after good swim. Can we start with Hubie?
Yes.
9 for 9.
Yeah.
A perfect meet for him, and he's the only one who's done that. It's crazy that to get first, you had to like go multiple world records. I don't know of any meet that I've watched or been a part of where that was the case. Like you said, there were 7 at this stop. There was multiple at the other 2 stops. Hubie was part of that. He had 1 in the 200 back on the first day, 1 today in the 100 back, and there was no shadow of a doubt. I mean, he was out like a light. It was unbelievable.
It was game over.
In the IM, Caspar with breaststroke. I honestly think to be top 3 and just do breaststroke is a feat in itself.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that's what has been so impressive for me. Like you say, they had to get world records. And you mentioned—
Which is insane. Can I just say they had to get world records just to be in the top 3.
But the 9 for 9 for me is also just as impressive. You know, Hubie's not someone who comes into these events, and he's not someone who normally swims the sprinty 50. Yeah. He said to me it was one he was most worried about. To be able to do it 3 times in a row against some of the biggest names in that event
against like 50 swimmers.
Yes.
Like that's all they do.
It was so impressive, and it was so nice to see him make the top of the podium. And like you say, Shaine, he got better and better throughout each week. And he had some interesting swims as well. Like stop 1 in that 400 IM, he swam the morning.
Yeah, and that was the end of it.
I still second place. That was the end. It was game over from that moment.
Yeah, and I feel like we sound like broken records. I feel like at every stop we're like, he's getting better. And here he was at his best.
Yeah.
He was pushed a little bit in the 400 IM, but you could see how badly he wanted it, collapsing on deck, like just needing a moment before the interview. It was so nice to see. Like you always love to see them leave everything in the water.
Absolutely, and they certainly did that. I mean, he literally was laying on the stage at the end before his post-race interview. And of course, Caspar Corbeau, you know, he got one of those world records, and like you say, as a breaststroker, good for him, right? And it wasn't just a world record. We're going to dive into it later, but he broke a barrier that's never been broken before, that 2-minute barrier. Yeah. And like you say, to see a breaststroker that really specializes in that and can only swim 3 events.
Yes.
Make it onto the podium in a field like that was a super impressive thing to do.
And he had to do that, I think it's stop 1 in the 200 breaststroke against Leon.
Yeah.
And has really just been able to defend with whoever's coming in at that stop. And I feel like he's done such a good job of that. He looks really good, very smooth, very efficient. And I never saw him waver once. So having that be his last race, the 200, to break a barrier, world record, crown winner, the list goes on and on. I'm very happy for him. And I'm really happy with all of them. They all just like, I literally had no notes for anybody.
Deserving. There was no one on that podium that wasn't deserving.
100%.
I think that's what I need to say.
Yeah.
And speaking of that podium, let's take a look at Hubie's swims, because some of them were incredible. Why don't we start with the 200-meter backstroke? He got the crown, he got the world record in a time of 1:45.12. It was incredible, so let's take a look at that one.
Mora, by the way, up in lane 1, is in medal contention right now. He is sitting in 3rd place.
But watch the world record here. He is on world record pace. His cost, the world record, 145.63. It's also a $10,000 bonus if he gets it.
He is ahead of that world record line. Here he comes and touches 145.12 for Kos. Chacon 2nd and Mora 3rd. It's a world record swim for the Hungarian Hubert Kos.
A crown and the 100-meter backstroke world record for Hubie Kosh with a time of 48.16. A great way to close out his meet. So let's check it out.
No hesitation. You cannot hesitate in and out of the walls. Wow. And he timed it perfectly right around. Look at him go right now.
4/10 almost under the world record split. The crowd trying to cheer him in. The battle for second is real. But it is Hubie Kosh, the Hungarian superstar. Look at this. He is chasing history and a world record and a triple. Yes! 48.16.
So that was Hubert, but of course Shaine Casas for the United States of America took second with some incredible swims. So let's check him out. Absolutely dominating those individual medleys. Let's start with that crown win in the 100-meter.
Lane number 3, Ponte did an old-fashioned open turn. That's pretty bizarre. Everybody else did a flip turn. Notice they gained a half a body length on him.
Casas was under world record split for 50 meters. He is chasing hard that time, and everyone is chasing him. Shaine Casas in lane number 2, trying to bring it home and get the crown. He looks good, but here comes Cas trying to challenge, but it's going to be Shaine Casas in 50.28 ahead of Cas, Ponte, and Knox.
And finally, a win in that 400 IM, leaving it all in the pool. It was a great way to close out his meet. So let's check it out.
Yeah, Matsushita really moving well in lane number 2. Look how he's so powerful coming up over the water.
And great turns. He brought his legs over quickly. Look at the power in the legs there. Now all of a sudden Casas has realized he's got to go, man. You got to go because Casas is out in front, but Matsushita's really got the fast turnover now.
Less than 25 meters to go in this 400 individual medley. Matsushita trying to chase down Shaine Casas. It's going to be pretty close. Casas might just have the edge. Can he hold on? Yes, he can. And Casas, what a week in Toronto. He's ahead of Matsushita, wins another race. Third place goes to Carson Foster.
And finally, our third place on the men's side, Caspar Corbeau for the Netherlands, had an absolutely stellar 3 weeks. And we're going to check out some of his racing. So we're going to start with that crown and that world record in the 200-meter breaststroke for Caspar. 1:59.52, the first man ever to break 2 minutes. So let's check out that race.
Cyril Progoda holds the world record set several years ago, and he is under that time by 0.8 of a second.
He's going, you could see him behind the blocks. It wasn't just, he knew he was going to be able to win, but I could see the focus and the breathing that he was putting himself through as he got ready for this race. So he's giving it a go. He's got to do his best time by over a second to break that world record. So it'll be a very big accomplishment if he can get there.
Ohashi, the 16-year-old from Japan, looking dynamite in lane number 6 in second place. Corbeau is going to touch here for 150. Now even more under world record pace.
Way under. He looks superb at this point. See if he can pick up the cadence now. If he cuts down a little bit, he is. He's now not gliding nearly out as much in front. He's trying to pick it up to get back here in time. Ohashi solidly in second. Big battle for third for the bronze.
Oh, it is indeed a big battle for third. Second, Ohashi. Everybody chasing Caspar Corbeau of the Netherlands. And it's going to be a world record coronation for Corbeau. 1:59.52. Ohashi second, and third goes to Fukasawa. What a time. No one had ever gone under 2 minutes. Corbeau just blasted that record out of the water.
On top of that, he had wins in both the 50 and the 100. So let's take a look.
Trying to get back into the race is Adam Peaty. He's in second spot, but Corbeau really has his number. Look at him pull ahead now. Look at that. Surge ahead underwater.
Finn Brooks looks good in lane number 7 as well, but it is Corbeau in the lead. Peaty's second, but he's 4/10 back. Can he make some noise in the last 25? It is Caspar Corbeau. He won the opening stop. He's going to win in Toronto. Second place goes to Peaty. It's a World Cup record for Corbeau, and Ohashi in third place in 57.06.
So, of course, incredible performances from those boys. World records for Hubie in the 200 and the 100, and Caspar with that 200-meter breaststroke world record. But he wasn't our only boy with a world record this weekend.
I know you're talking about my boy Josh Liendo.
Yeah, of course.
I am so happy for him in the 100 fly.
Yeah.
He did it in front of his home crowd. World record in the 100 fly. He busted 2 crowns.
Yes.
And the sweetest part of all of this is this pool's where he learned how to swim. He broke his first junior world record in this pool. And I feel like this kind of rounds it all out for him. And it's just such a special place for his family to watch him and the rest of this home crowd to watch him break a world record for the first time.
I think so, and you mentioned, him training here. That's such a full circle moment for your career. It's his first ever world record. So he learned to swim in the pool. He gets his first ever world record. Like, it is nothing like the first.
There's nothing like the first.
And you say his family. He said to me, he had like his mum, his aunt, his uncles, his cousins. He had his old chiropractor that used to work on him here. They were all in the building.
It's like very full circle when your old chiropractor's here.
Literally though. But it's like, that's such a rare thing, They're rare alone, but to be able to do it in front of that many people that you love is wild.
It's amazing. And also before this meet, he ran a clinic with the local club team here. So I feel like it means even more to him to be able to show them like, hey, I came from here. I now am a world record holder. I'm a crown buster. If I can do it, you can do it too. So it's really sweet to see.
The race will be there. Can Ponte claim the crown? 4 lengths to the pool. Men's 100-meter butterfly.
Again, the dolphin kick underwater is so very important. Look at the power these gentlemen are generating. Great start there by Josh Liendo. Can he time the wall perfectly? A little bit long, but not bad at all right? That's what he's got to do to stay in this race, because Ponte is the world record holder. He's got a lot of experience.
Liendo had a 10:26 first 25 time. Still in the lead.
Harun is a little bit weaker underwater than the other guys. His question is, can he come home on them, because he's a 200 butterflyer.
Josh Liendo is in a battle with Ponte.
Brilliant third length by Liendo underwater. Who's going to come up? Liendo's got the lead now. Is he going to hang on to the wall? It looks like it.
Liendo is trying to be the crown buster. Boom, he's done it for Canada. Liendo in a world record time, 47.68 for Josh Liendo.
But that was the men.
And now it's time for the ladies.
Oh, and they crushed. So let's take a look at that women's rankings at the end of the entire Swimming World Cup. So taking the overall place for the second year running, Kate Douglas for the United States of America on 177.5. Gretchen Walsh just behind her. It was so close for the United States of America on 177.3. And Kaylee McEwen for Australia, 173.3. I mean,
it can't get closer than that.
Kate literally had to break a world record.
Kate literally had to break 50 in the 100 freestyle. Can I just say that my brain short-circuited when I saw that on the scoreboard. I know 49. That yours did. I was like, I don't even know how you're gonna interview her. Like, what do you even say?
A 49.9. I didn't know. We kind of both just stood there and went, oh my goodness,
Oh
I mean,
God,
a barrier-breaking swim.
Yes.
But she said she came into that and she knew she had to have a big swim because she was so close to Gretchen in the points, right? And there's a lot of money in that.
There's a lot of money in that, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it came down to. Like,
literally.
Kate actually had to set a world record so that she could get first.
Yes.
Which kind of shows you the depth of the competition here at the World Cup, that at the end of 3 long weeks, it's coming down to, can you go a world record so you can win? There's a lot of people that come in and out of these meets. I feel like when they're further away, not on the North American continent, not a lot of people can just hop in, and so here, now that it's, in America and also in Canada, I feel like there's more people, it's accessible to more people, and that's why the depth is so crazy.
Yes.
In addition to Kate, let's talk about Gretchen, because she had an amazing meet.
Why not? Amazing meet, she broke a world record as well.
Which is just crazy because she got second. And honestly, she had a great meet. It's just like everyone had a great meet. She set a world record in the 50 fly at stop 1.
Yes.
Started off hot.
Yes.
And stayed hot the whole rest of the World Cup circuit.
I mean, she impresses me so much, right? Every time she touches the water, and we were joking about this, her butterfly times are like freestyle times, like a good freestyle time.
She's top 3 freestyle.
Literally.
Yeah.
And she's so impressive to watch, and to see her like get out at the end of her race tonight, that 100-meter butterfly, and she was like, oh, I hope it was enough. Like she's like, I came in with a lot of nerves because she's the best in the world. There is no one near her.
Yeah.
And she still had nerves.
We're all human.
Of course.
People still get nervous, and I think that's a really cool takeaway for fans here and young kids who see them swim. They're just like you, they get nervous, but I think it's just insane that she went a 53 in the 100 fly, first woman ever to break 53, to break 54, first woman ever to break 53, and like she sees a 53 up there and she's like, I don't know if that's enough.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
That is more than enough, truly,
Oh my goodness.
But of course, insane racing by the US, the Aussies were up
killed it
there as
too.
well. Absolutely killed it.
There was
Absolutely
no notes
killed
for
it.
them either.
No notes. And we need to start with our third place, Kaylee McEwen.
Yes, what a queen.
A queen. She broke a world record last week. I have to say, that race, the 200 backstroke with Regan Smith.
Are you talking about last week or this
Last week, before we even get to this week, last week, they both went under that old
Yes,
world
they
record
did.
time. Kaylee broke it.
Yeah.
Kaylee said to me in that post-race interview, I think Regan's going to go faster next week. This week, it was like deja vu. Both of them under that old world record time,
Yes.
and Kaylee just beat her to the post. But
Yes.
that is crazy that we have two women in there who are able to perform like that.
Yes, repeatedly going under a world record.
Repeatedly
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
same race, the same event.
Yeah.
But Kaylee, of course, taking those crowns and those world records
Yeah.
and getting that third place.
And I was really excited for this 200 back specifically because they were not next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit harder for them to see each other, which just kind of adds to the drama. I think Regan was in lane 2 and Kaylee was in lane 6. And so it's like, can they see each other? Because you want to stay in your own lane. They always tell you that. But in that situation, it's really
know.
hard to stay in your own lane, but they have given us some of the best races on this circuit.
Hands down, I
They-
think my actual favorite races.
Yes,
I think.
100%, because they are giving their all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Everything.
and what a lot of people don't see is the in between the stops. Like,
Yeah.
what are these swimmers doing in between the stops? They're practicing, they're
Mm-hmm.
training, they're doing all the regular things that they do. They're just away from their homes, away from their families. They're in this competition mode that is very stressful, might I say. And so I love to hear that she's proud of herself because it's not only one meet, it's 3 3-day meets that are very intense, back to back to back. There's not much breathing room for relaxation. So it's not only physical, but it's definitely very mental.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So amazing stuff, Kaylee. And why don't we check out some of those races? Some of my favorite races of the meet.
Let's take a look at Kate Douglas's crown-winning, world record, barrier-breaking 100 freestyle.
Callahan will try to close. She's better at closing in the 100 meters.
She's a tenth, or just under a tenth under her, or over her world record pace, but Douglas opening up the lead on Callahan.
What a kick by Douglas. Look at it. Looks like a motorboat behind her at this point. She's really using those legs to come home. She's on world record pace.
Let's see if O'Callahan can make some noise. I don't think so. It's going to be Kate Douglas. Is it going to be another world record in Toronto? Yes, it is! 49.93. Another benchmark cross. No one's ever gone under 50.
Let's watch Kate Douglas take the crown in the 100-meter breaststroke.
And now you've got Douglas already starting to exert herself. She's not really known for the 100-meter breaststroke as much as the 200 where she's the Olympic champion. Oh my Lord, look at that long glide into the turn. I'm not so sure the coach is going to be happy with that. She had another full stroke, and I started to talk about Walsh, Gretchen Walsh swimming 25 yards their whole life, and that would have been a perfect turn in a 25-yard pool, but a meter pool is longer, and she's got to make that adjustment.
So Kate Douglas through 75 meters in 46.22, a half a second lead over McSherry, and the 34-year-old Suzuki is in the mix.
Suzuki is in lane number 3 from the top.
Kate Douglas, here she comes, looking for the crown. She's gonna get it in 1:02.93. Didn't miss the world record by much. Just 300ths off her own lifetime best performance. McSherry second.
Let's take a look at that second crown of the meet with Gretchen in the 50-meter butterfly.
The 50 free. She's up in lane 1. Let's watch Gretchen Walsh, though, in 4. She's the world record holder. Gets off to a great start again. Walsh at 25 meters in 11:04. Just over the world record time. Look at her go. Gretchen Walsh in control. The battle for silver. Perkins might be there, but it's going to be Gretchen Walsh in 23.91, not too far off her own world record.
And for her last crown of the meet, let's take a look at Gretchen Walsh's 100-meter butterfly.
Watch this, a body length lead in the wall, in and out very quickly.
24.49 halfway through.
Under the water, watch this now. What ends up happening sometimes with Gretchen is she spends so much time underwater, sometimes in the last lane she can't pick it up, but sometimes when she's going for the world record, she's got that energy to do it. Watch this, nobody else even in the picture right now. It's all Gretchen Walsh, staying underwater even longer. 2 extra kicks it looks like on that last length.
Only did 6 strokes the last one. Here she comes, looking for the win, looking for something big, and it's a World Cup record for Walsh. 53.10, breaks her own World Cup record.
Let's take a look at Kaylee's world record 200-meter backstroke.
Meanwhile, the young Canadian Madison Krieger is in a battle for 4th place. But the 3rd place spot is being held by Phoebe Bacon, but the top 2 are still going at it head-to-head. McEwen's got a slight lead over Regan Smith.
McEwen looks like she's sitting a little bit in the water, needs to lengthen out a little bit. Very, very close. Now, who's going to stay underwater longer? Regan Smith at the top likes to kick longer, and she did. She kicked a bit longer. How much energy did that take? Now, Smith is picking up her stroke right towards the end.
Who's going to win it? And the world record, is it under jeopardy? It is! It's gone! 157.33. McEwen takes it again.
Let's take a look at Kaylee's crown-winning 50-meter backstroke.
And we're underway, the final of the women's 50-meter backstroke. Just 2 lengths of the pool. O'Callaghan in 3, Moss in 4, Walsh in 5. And it's a really quick start for O'Callaghan. Kylie Moss back in 4th place. McEwen, though, way up at the top. McEwen starting to come on. Can she get the crown? It's going to be tight. And yes, she can! McEwen with a World Cup record and the crown. And Kylie Moss looks like in 4th place, the Canadian star.
And let's watch that crown-busting performance by Kaylee in the 100-meter backstroke.
Andrew Wilm is actually having a good start up there in lane number 1. This is going to be very close. They're on world record pace. Kaylee McEwen, Regan Smith. It's Smith now inching ahead.
Did you see that underwater off of there for Regan Smith? Turnover quick, get in and out, in and out, in and around, very, very quick.
Kylie Moss trying to get in the mix for the medals. The gold will be either Smith or McEwen. They are very close. McEwen trying to come back on Regan Smith, and it's gonna be McEwen. She's the crown buster.
So, after all of that incredible racing and all those world records and performances, we still need to talk about two more Australian ladies. Let's start with Lani Pallister in that 800-meter freestyle. Katie Ledecky's 800-meter freestyle record, nearly 3 seconds. It was over 2.5 seconds faster. Insane.
And she's been like on it.
Yes.
So the first stop, she was under it, I want to say like maybe halfway through, a little longer.
It was longer. It was that final 200.
Oh my goodness. And she didn't give up. She was like over 3 seconds for most of the race.
Yeah.
And we all know Katie can close like crazy. And she kept it together.
She did.
And I mean, I'm so proud of her.
I am as well.
Katie's an amazing swimmer in her own right, as we know. She's legendary. So for Lani to do that, I know that gives her all the confidence as we move forward throughout the rest of the year.
This is going to be a really, really exciting Olympic cycle for Lani Pallister from Australia.
Pop some popcorn and get ready for my show.
She puts on a show always as well. She was so over the moon, and she got out afterwards as well, and she went, I actually feel good. She was like, I'm not even dead. I was like, oh my God, Lani.
So you could have gone faster.
Could have gone faster.
Here comes that line, Rob.
Oh my, and the bell. 50 meters to go for Lani Pallister. The crowd in Toronto pumping her up.
Watch the turnover. Watch what she does here. She's got to keep it going. She's got to bring the legs in coming home.
Lani Pallister has never gone under 8 minutes before in her life. She has never beaten Katie Ledecky, but she's about to crush the time of the great American, Lani Pallister, a world record swim, 7:54 flat. My goodness, stand up, Australia. Stand up, world of swimming.
And of course, Mollie O'Callaghan in that 200-meter freestyle. She did it last week. She did it again this week. She's progressively got better. And, you know, we were talking about her being such an adaptive athlete.
Yes.
She never swims short course meters. It's been like 5 years.
Yes.
So she came back in, and first week was a bit like, figuring it out.
And then
she got the world record and went, okay, I still got more. Have another one.
Yeah. The performance was unbelievable. Like, I just feel like she sprinted the whole thing. Like, usually you can kind of see people's strategy, but she just goes for it. Getting to know her over these 3 weeks, she keeps it simple. She's like, this is my goal. I'm going to go get it. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, like, thinking. I think when we get older as swimmers, we're like, oh, this, oh, that. She's like, nope, I'm going to do it. And that's what it is. And that's kind of her personality. She's like a firecracker. So I'm really happy to see her hard work pay off and her get 2 world records in 8 days.
The Canadians and the Americans had hotel rooms and we didn't. And I was a bit too tired to win a medal, but she did win 200 medal.
4/10 under the world record at that last split. Mollie O'Callaghan is absolutely flying in Toronto. Less than 25 meters to go for Mollie O.
She's right on that line. Look at her. She's trying to keep up the cadence in her arms. The strong kick. Good battle for second behind her, but it's all O'Callaghan against the record.
149.77 gone. World record swim O'Callaghan. Pallister second. Fairweather third. All the athletes from the Southern Hemisphere.
So, of course, incredible to see all those world records, and I feel like we have to mention as well 22 crowns, $220,000 US given out to these athletes.
As they
Bonus
deserve.
money.
Yeah.
As they deserve.
As they deserve. To
Yeah.
do that, to do 3 first place races in this field,
Yes.
in this field behind us, is
Impressive.
crazy. It's very impressive, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, I think this is one of my favorite World Cups ever, and it's been awesome.
It's my
having you
first
on it.
one, but I
Did
loved
you
it
love
so much. I loved it so much.
She loved it. And she'll be back, and maybe you guys can be back watching us as well, because guess what? The Swimming World Cup is not over. We've, of course, got our tour coming up next year as well. It has just been announced. We are going to be taking it to the Silk Road, which is super exciting. We're taking it to Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan for the first time ever. It's going to be super exciting, so make sure you guys are tuning in, because you know what? These performances and those places, it's going to be a sight to behold.